Hello amigos, come on, my name is Dan, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Chivas versus Puebla at home, the last home game of the season, and it was a pretty important one. There were just a couple of games left of the season now, this one and as well as the Atlas game. We kind of need to win them all, basically, just to even get a chance of a playoff to get into the Liga. So, pretty important. I've kind of written the season off. I mean, I'll admit that. But obviously, there's still a chance. And obviously, if there's still a chance, football is all about hope. Some people say it's all about winning stuff. It's not. It's all about hope. And yeah, there's still hope for Chivas this season, so we have to, go along with it, I guess. Puebla, man, always a difficult team to play against. On paper, we should be beating them every single time, but they're a difficult team to play against. They know how to defend. They make it diabolical to try and attack them. We struggle attacking anyway, so I always expected this game to be a little bit frustrating. I kind of expected a little bit more refereeing this game than the last one. I think the last one brought a little bit too much attention to the refereeing. This one was a little bit more balanced. There was no controversy. There was no weird sending offs. And it was a pretty decent game overall. Gutierrez coming up with a winning goal. Really, really, really good goal, to be fair for him. Everyone loves a long-range effort, and it was a really good goal, to be honest. So good with him. He's pretty much our best midfielder, I would say. Probably our only good midfielder, really. Romo's still got a lot to prove. He hasn't set the world alight since he arrived. Nene's had a terrible season, in my opinion, and if he goes, then that's probably the cost of that. And yeah, I think Guti's our best midfielder right now, and he's scoring a goal from midfield, which is great. So yeah, 1-0 victory calls. It's essentially what we needed to do. We didn't need. I wanted to smack him 4-0, but obviously that was never going to happen. And the points is the thing that's the most important thing. So overall, happy with that. And I just wanted to go a little bit more. I want to take a little bit of a sidestep because of the red cards we had. There was a couple of changes in the first 11 in this game, and I just wanted to talk about Chivas a little bit because I think the mainstream media for sure is kind of glossing over, I think, just what the only good thing Chivas are doing really at the moment, and that's bringing young players into the team, giving them a lot of minutes, establishing them at the first team level. I think, if we take maybe two or three, if you take Chicharito, maybe Pocho, Alvarado as well, if you take them out of the first team, I mean, the average age of this squad's probably going to be about 22, 23. I just want to go through a little bit because obviously there's accounts on Twitter that are dedicated to Mexican youth players and the next big thing, and I think they're ignoring the work Chivas are doing as well. Everyone talks about Chavez. Is he going to go to the Netherlands and Canberra? So why is he not playing for Chivas? What's going on? So everything negative. It's all, all guns blazing. But everyone ignores all the positive. I just want to bring it out into the open. I want to talk about the positive things Chivas are doing with these players right now. The first and the foremost one, I'll talk about Chavez and Canberra in a minute. But the first one I want to talk about is Dragon. Obviously, Eduardo Garcia in goal. He had to come in because Talavera was stupidly sent off last game. I say stupid because the referee's dumbass idea to send him off. It wasn't stupid on Talavera's behalf. So yeah, Dragon side, everyone's like, oh, is someone else going to start, blah, blah, blah. Man, Dragon was always going to start. He's blatantly our backup goalkeeper now. And he had a dreadful debut at first team level. Let's be real, seems like an age ago now. I'm thinking to myself, hopefully the back line now is a little bit more stable, it's a little bit more established, playing with each other. So hopefully that gives him a little bit of a protection. And he had an outstanding game. I can think of at least two. I mean, I'm recording this like 3 or 4 days after the event. I can think of at least two massive, massive saves that he had to do. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have won this game. We would have drawn, maybe even lost it. So I think he had an outstanding game that's kind of going under the radar at the moment. And don't forget, he's 22 years old. He looks older than he is. A lot of players in this team look older than they are. I mean, Cambros as well. But yeah, he's only 22 years old. It's his second, I think, second senior game. And he had to come in at a difficult moment. We needed a result. If we'd lost this game or dropped points in this game, that could be Liga pretty much over. And he had to step up, and he did. He had a fantastic game. No one's talking about it. I think he's going to go on to have an outstanding career. As good as Talavera is, I think Garcia is going to be as good, maybe even better, because he's already good, young. He's younger as well, and he's already won trophies at the senior level. I think he's won pretty much every league in the youth system. So, yeah, credit to him. Hopefully, he gets to play a bit more if Tellerwang ends up going to Europe, which is doubtful. If he does, I think Garcia is ready to step in. And after that, I mean, I made a list on Twitter. I actually went through and I looked at the ages of some of these players. I mean, that first 11 was superbly young. Gomez, right back, 22 years old again, got an assist. He assisted Gutierrez with his goal. Brilliant. Obviously, Cambreras, who's 18 now, he's started the game, killing any kind of the rumours that he's being frozen out of the club. Maybe he wasn't being played because of the contract negotiations, but he was played in this game. No one talked about it. Everyone's like, oh, for weeks and weeks and weeks, just why is Cambreras not playing? He's one of our best players, blah, blah, blah. Like, even I was questioning it. But then does get played, and he's in the first team. He does pretty well in the game. Nothing. There's no tweets about him. There's no mention of him whatsoever. It's just kind of weird to me, to be honest with you. And then Mateo Chavez, 20 years old, left back. This is pretty much our established left back now. Brilliant, again, another brilliant performance. There's strong rumours that are coming up this morning, actually, that he might be going back to, the Netherlands team, I think is AZ Alkmaar, are in for him, and he might be going there. Cool. Like, if he goes there, great. Like, good for him. That is good for him. You have to hold your hands up for that. Hell no, do I want to see him go to a Cruz Azul or whatever, another average team in LIGAMX. So if he's going to go to Europe. But hopefully they offer the appropriate amount this time. They kind of lowballed us originally, and we had every right to turn that down. Like, he's an emerging talent now. Everyone knows now. Everyone's established now that he's an established left back at 20 years old, and he could go on to have a really top career. And he's probably the rising star in Mexican football right now. Obviously, that Mora kid is obviously there as well, and obviously Cambreras as well. But you have to look at Chavez now and think that he's definitely up there with the players that are ready now to make the jump to Europe if they get the opportunity. So, cool. Well, I'm fine with him going. He's our best left back. If he does go, Chivas is screwed. I think left back wise, we'll have to bring someone else in from Tapatio. But like, it's good for him and it's good for Chivas in the long run. Like, I want Chivas to be known as a club that sends their players to Europe again. And especially their best players. And Chavez is one of our best players. He's obviously one of the first names on the team sheet. He's fully established now as a LIGAMX player. 20 years old. He's done pretty much everything. I mean, realistically, he's not going to win much with Chivas, so why not let him go? But Alkmaar's got to respect that he's a top player now, and he's vitally important to Chivas, and Chivas have every right to ask for as much money as possible. So hopefully both teams get into some agreement, because I kind of want this move to happen, even though, again, it screws us, Chivas fans, but I want it to happen now. We've kind of made a couple of wrong decisions over the last year or so, and letting him go to Alkmaar is a step in the right direction, in my opinion. But like I said, established now. Like, he's not going to be too much longer before he's in and around the Mexican national team. You'd have to imagine. Fullback in general is a position that's kind of a problem area for Mexico right now. Right back, not so much. You got obviously Julian Amalho and that Huescas kid in Copenhagen, I think it is. So that's pretty much settled, but left back is wide open in my opinion. I think Chavez can absolutely step into that breach. And then moving on to the striker, Terrell Walker getting his second start in a row, which is great. Didn't get a goal or an assist in this game, but he was everywhere. He was unlucky not to get a goal, actually. And brilliant. Like, cool. Start him. Like I said in the last video, just start Terrell Walker and we'll start seeing good things. Pulido, I think, had a disappointing game. I think he's had a couple of disappointing games now. I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, obviously Pulido, I think the team is mostly going to be the same going into the Atlas game. I think Pulido is definitely going to start with Terrell Walker because I think that kind of works. Even though both of them could score a little bit more, I think, in my opinion, but Terrell Walker hasn't had the chance. Both of them haven't really. Chicharito's been played way too much. But I think Pulido is definitely the weaker of the strikers in this game. I think Terrell Walker definitely needs another start next game. I would like to see Hormiga start, to be honest with you. I don't know quite what's going on with Hormiga right now. He's not even coming off the bench, which is weird. That's my only criticism right now involving these young players. But Taylor Walker, man, he's 23 years old. Like, he's got the world at his feet. He's gonna have a really good. He's gonna have a really good career. So hopefully, we can have a good career with him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then obviously Yao Padilla, a 19-year-old coming off the bench. I think he should have started. I think Pierro needs to be dropped. I think Pierro has played in this game, so I think he got a goal in the last game. Um, yeah, I just want to see Taylor Walker, Hormiga up top together with Yael Padilla and Cambreros on the wings. Why can't we ever see that? I think that would be a really, really, really interesting formation and fixture to go on. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, my whole point of this video is that we're bringing in a lot of teams. Obviously, we're making mistakes with Chicharito playing too much time. I think Pulido coming in kind of derailed Hormiga a little bit. I don't know whether something's going on off the field, whether he's not fit enough yet, or whether something else is happening, but he's not playing. I think Pulido has something to do with Hormiga not playing, and Taylor Wilker is just the starlet at the moment, striker, and I think you can't not play him. So yeah, but we're doing brilliantly right now. I mentioned Gomez. Our back line was super young, apart from Tiba. I think our whole back line was 22 years old, whatever. And I think the whole back line had a really good game, to be honest with you. We shut out Puebla quite a lot. The few chances they got, we dealt with quite well. And like I said, Garcia kept us in the game. He was the last stop in our defence, and he had an outstanding game. So we're doing some good things at Chivas. And I think once Chicharito leaves, which looks likely, I think Nene will leave. I think Piojo could leave. I mean, he's still our best player, I guess. Keiko, I think, is gone. I think he needs to go. And, we can start the season next season with Yale Padilla and hopefully Cambreros. But Cambreros might be going to Europe as well. We'll have to wait and see on that. But we are bringing in so many 20, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds into the team now. And I feel like Chivas are not getting the plaudits they deserve for that. If it was a Pachuca or a Leicester team, they'd be raving about it non-stop. Because it's Chivas, it's like, whatever. Chivas only gets the news if it's a negative way. So I just want to be a bit positive. I've been negative over the last few weeks. I want to be positive, and we are doing good stuff right now. And this is it, bringing in the Tapatio players and the under-23 players into the first team, giving them a real shot. Because I think the club, the hierarchy, maybe not so much the coaches have been changing left, right and centre, but the hierarchy I think is woken up like, well, we do actually have a really good youth system. We have really good young players that some of them can actually make a jump into the LIGAMX right now, and that's what we're doing, that's what we're seeing, and long may that continue, because it's the only good thing about the club right now, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about the game, and the Atlas game coming up. And that's away, so it's going to be difficult. Atlas they may be trash, but they're always up for Classico Tapatio, so we have to be up for it too. I don't want to see much change. I don't know whether Tyler Rankhau's back from his punishment yet, but if he is, I think he obviously walks in. But if not, I wouldn't be surprised if Garcia plays again. I think I've got all confidence in him. I don't think the lineup's going to change all that much, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know if Ray's back or not again, but if not, I don't think the lineup's going to change that much. I think the lineup was pretty good. It's just, Pulido missed a couple of chances, Taylor Wilker missed a couple of chances, so we should have won this game 2-3, 4-0, but, it's a good sign. It's a good step in the right direction, so let me know what you think about everything that we've talked about. Let me know what you think about the teams. Obviously, let me know what you think about Chavez, because that Mateo Chavez news has just dropped. That, they're backing for him, that he could actually be leaving. Let me know if we should let him go. Do you think we should keep him? There are Chivas fans out there that we should absolutely keep our best players, especially until we've won a trophy. Fair play, that's a fair shout, but I feel like, I think trophy is a bit of a way down the line for us, to be honest with you. If we can make Ligia and get to Ligia proper, then who knows, anything can happen to Ligia, but I don't see us getting into the playoffs, to be honest with you. I don't see us getting through the playoffs into Ligia, in my opinion, but hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah, let me know if you think Chavez should go or not, and Cambreros as well, obviously. They're the two players at the moment you think are likely going to Europe. I think Keiko's going to go back to MLS. I think Chicharito's going to go to MLS. If we can get rid of those two, at least, that's fine. That frees up a little bit of space. Brazuela's obviously on his way out at some point. soon. So, it gives a little bit of breathing room to, under 23 players that are in the team that are trying to break through. But yeah, let me know, guys. We'll talk about it in the comments. So, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.